in a relationship I had, I won't put a timestamp on it, but I was in early in this relationship, and it was the first time we got physical. First time we had sex.
Great. So what does physical mean exactly?
We did a bunch of push-ups.
Right. Nice.
And by anyone's standards, she is stunningly beautiful with a body that I would think, and I know this, a lot of people complimented her on her body, the type of body that the average woman would really want, you know? And so I just thought she was stunning, whatever. So we're hooking up. We just got done. Great sex. It was a lot of chemistry. I've, really just, this is great. Early on in the relationship. And, prior to like, again, this is from my point of view. Prior to hooking up, have told him, wow, you're beautiful, or wow, you're just, like I'm always thinking I'm complimenting. It wasn't like I was trying to compliment her. I was just emoting how I was looking at her.
How you actually feel, yeah.
Woof, wow, you are. And then so we hook up, and I'm kind of also a smart ass. I put my foot in my mouth, and sometimes the attempt to, here we go. And so we're in bed, we're lying with our clothes off, and I see a padded bra. And I kind of joke with her because in her, like she has a great body, like, so her, I don't know, she's got a great butt. I mean, amazing. It's like literally it's
the best butt.
It's the best ever, right? And her boobs also perfect, not necessarily large, right?
Yeah.
And so I saw the padded bra, and I was just like, and this is early on in our relationship, so the joke was, it's a little bit dishonest, because the first time I met her, so I told the story. Okay. The first time I met her, she was wearing this outfit. I'm just being honest. The first time I met her, she was wearing an outfit that my first thought was, like, one of the first things I noticed was she was wearing a V cut with a bra, and just, it was very busty. And I noticed that, and it looked like she had large boobs, right? And so that was just a thought ingrained in my head. So the first time we hook up, I see the bra, and I make this kind of joke saying, the first time I saw you, I thought this, and here. I'm thinking the whole time, it doesn't matter because you are gorgeous.
Yeah.
But I made this joke referencing her bra. So now at the time, she's laughing. She's like laughing it off. I think it's a fun joke. Fast forward like a week, she meets some of my friends for the first time.
Yeah.
My buddy at the time was dating. He was dating a couple, he was early in the dating process, and there's 2 girls he liked, right? And he was just he's a funny guy, speaking freely. It's the first time he met my girlfriend. And he makes this joke about, like, well, one of them, she just has really great boobs. And I'm a boob guy, whatever. And I probably made some joke of like, yeah, well, boobs are pretty great, Just kind of a passing comment,
right.
Like a day later, she tells me how like hearing that conversation, she was like, mortified and felt like, and then I think she had we started having conversations. She asked me what people I had dated in the past.
Oh no!
Right, so she's looking at pictures.
Yeah, right.
Some of them had augmented their breasts, or some of them just had large. And she just told me how it made her feel terrible at the time. And I was just like, babe, I am so sorry.
It's a space that you're in though. Like after you have sex, it's like, that's a very vulnerable space. Like maybe that's not the time.
No, I'm not defending it. I was just like, I am so you are stunning and beautiful and et cetera, et cetera. And I was just like, if I had known.
You operate from comedy though, I feel like you have a good sense of humor, and I feel like if someone else were had that same thing, they'd understand that. Like for me, if I heard that, I'm so comfortable with myself and even the things that make me feel insecure at times, I'm even comfortable with those things that I would probably joke back at you. I'd be like, oh, well, I thought this,
exactly.
So.
That's kind of my point.
That's right.
Well, that's kind of my point.
I wasn't pointing in any direction. You were. I was like,
cross his legs.
Oh no.
But that's kind of my point. Is I didn't realize, and I think sometimes guys even men and women, you never really know, especially early on. Even if you think someone is, I think that's the point. Is just like, it doesn't matter what you look like or what people think you look like. Everyone has these insecurities.
Absolutely.